and some homemade homemade oh dear, it's been a long day, guys. Homemade Reaper Cherryade ice cream. I got there in the end. Cheers. Hello and welcome back to Rob's Homemade, and today, as you can see, I'm in the kitchen. I made some wicked ice cream a few weeks ago with Ewan Mackenzie's Raspberry Kiss, and it was absolutely awesome. So this is a new video of me using my ice cream maker to make Demon Biker's Brew Reaper Cherryade ice cream. I'm going to talk you through the steps, and we're going to go quickly through the ingredients. We have 4 egg yolks. Don't need the whites, you could save them and use it for meringue. We've got whole milk, double cream, 100 grams of sugar. Couldn't find any fresh cherries. I wanted to put fresh cherries in, but I ended up having to buy the frozen, which I'm going to chop those in a bit. And our wonderful 40 quid ice cream maker and Demon Biker's Brew to hell and back Reaper Cherryade. That's going in as well. Sounds weird, but trust me guys, this is going to work. So here goes. So we'll start with the egg yolks. We're going to give these a quick whisk, and then we need to add 100 grams of sugar. So in we go, and now we have to whisk until it, as you can see, it's still quite yellow. You need to whisk until it's all combined and pale. And I'll put it on. Few minutes doing this, and you'll have a nice mixed pale egg yolk and sugar. So we put that to one side now, and in a nice clean pan we've got 300 mils, which is the cold container of double cream. This ice cream is obviously not for anyone who's on a diet, but I tell you what, it's goddamn tasty. And also we need whole milk, exactly the same amount. So to make life easy, I just pour the milk into the double cream container and pour without splashing everywhere. Would help. So that's the egg yolk and sugar mix combined. This is going to go on the stove for a few minutes to boil, and well, not quite boil, you just need to get it to a simmer, and then we mix the two together. So we'll pop over to the stove. Here we are at the stove. We're just going to bring this till it just starts bubbling, the milk and cream mixture. It's not going to take too long, but once it starts bubbling and steaming, we take it off, and then we mix slowly into the egg yolk and sugar mix. So I'm not going to bore you with this part, so I'll see you back at the bench for when we mix the two together. The milk is just below boiling point, which is where we want it. We don't want it too hot. And the trick with this part is, don't add all the milk at once. You want to add a little at a time. because if you add all the milk in one go, all you're going to do is cook the eggs and scramble the eggs, which is what we do not want at all. You don't want scrambled egg. You're basically making custard, which I haven't done for a very long time. Probably when I was at college was the last time I made custard before I started making my own ice cream. So just slowly add your milk and cream mix to your egg and sugar mix, and you're all done. So as you can see, no lumps, no nothing, nice and foamed. So we're all good at this moment. So now what we need to do quickly is to rinse this pan out, give it a quick swill and a clean, and then what we need to do is, when I find it, sieve the mixture back into the pan, just in case there is any lumps of egg in there. So we've just literally sieve it through. Like I said, try not to make a mess, but it's homemade, shit happens. So there we have your basic custard mix for your ice cream, as you can see. So this has now got to go back on the stove to warm through, but you have to constantly stir it till it starts to thicken, and then that's when the ice cream maker comes into play, which we'll go to next. Guys, here we are back at the stove. I've been stood here for about 10 minutes stirring this constantly, and how you can tell it's done is if you see the back of the spoon there, you just run your finger down and it leaves a perfect line. That is now the perfect consistency for the custard base to go in the ice cream maker. But I'm not going to put it straight in. I'll explain to you why when we come to the ice cream maker, why it's not going straight in. So that's it for now. That's got to cool down a little bit. Like I said, I'll explain why it's got to cool in. But look, nice thicker consistency than it was before. So I'm going to put this on the windowsill. And we'll just show you. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful base of an ice cream. I'm just going to leave that for about 5-10 minutes. Keep giving it a stir, make sure a skin don't form on it, and let it cool naturally before we get it into the ice cream maker. Right, we're at a crucial stage now, guys. The custard is cooled down slightly. You can see it's a lot thicker than it was before. This wonderful thing here is the ice cream container, which has been in my freezer for about 3 days. They recommend 8 hours, and the reason I said I wanted to cool this down is if you pour that hot liquid straight into there, the temperature is just going to rise straight away, and it's going to take longer to churn. Because if you didn't have an ice cream maker, what you'd have to do is put this into a plastic container into your freezer, and then keep going back to it every hour and stirring it so it doesn't crystallize and you get nice smooth ice cream. But that's where this wonderful piece of equipment does the job for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour our custard base mix. You might hear a couple of cracks, but don't panic, it's not going to break. So that will now go in there, and that will start cooling down instantly. So now what we have to do is move you a bit closer. Drop it into the machine. There we go. And now have the paddle in. Clip everything on together and switch on. Oh, it's not quite on. That's it. Now This will probably take about 20 minutes, half an hour to do. It's churning away. Let's try and lift this so you can see inside a bit better. It's churning away, and that will eventually become like soft scoop ice cream. As soon as we get to that consistency, the cherries I've now chopped up and the Reaper Cherryade will go in. Excuse me. They will go in, so we'll give it about half an hour, see where we am in half an hour, and then we'll start adding the main ingredients, which is the Reaper Cherryade and the chopped frozen cherries, and we're going to end up with an awesome piece of ice cream. Also, if you was just making plain vanilla ice cream, then you would have added a vanilla pod to the milk and everything while you was going, but because this is going to have such potent flavours in it, I've not added any vanilla pod, so we've just got the cream, the milk, the eggs and the sugar so far. So I'm going to leave that there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, in half an hour we should have some soft scoop ice cream. Guys, it's been about 40 minutes in total to get to the stage we're at. I'm going to show you now where we're at. It's at that soft scoop stage where it's like, when you go to the ice cream man and he has that machine and he pipes it out, that's the stage we're at. So what we're going to do now is go in with the Reaper Cherryade. I wish you guys could smell this stuff, it's absolutely amazing. So here goes. This is going to be hard to record this, so I'm going to go in with a few drops of that just to start with, and then I'm going to add the cherries, but the cherries I'm going to have to add and then show you after. Give me 2 seconds. You'll see me adding these cherries. So here goes. This ice cream is going to be amazing. It's hard to get it in because there's only a little tiny gap to spoon it into. Right, so all the cherries added. Look at that, guys. Just look at that colour. I am going to add some more Cherryade. I'll Reaper Cherryade. Oh, that's a fair whack in there. So we're just going to let that churn again for another 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to pour it out into some pots to get it in the freezer. See you in about 10 minutes. Guys, we're at the final stage. The machine is churned, it's done. So we're going to lift off the lid. It's quite a runny consistency, but I don't want to over churn it. We want to get this in the freezer to finish off. So what we're going to do is get rid of the paddle, lift out the mold. Right. The ice cream maker has done its job. It's done exactly what I wanted it to do. So we've got these tubs. Got some cherries, and we've got a bit more of the Cherryade. So let's get these in a position where you can see. Right, here goes. To get this out. Oh man, it's looking so good. It's enough for like 2 containers worth here, which, believe you and me, this is not going to last very long. I'm just trying to do this as easy as possible. It's quite icy at the bottom, which is good, which is what we want. It's nice, smooth consistency. Let's get it all out. We're not going to miss a drop here. So, there we go. So there we have it, our Reaper Cherryade ice cream. And just to finish it off, I'm just going to drop a load of cherries on the top of each one. I'm not going to mix them in. Should have done that. So we've got cherries on the top, and then we're just going to drizzle a little extra Reaper Cherryade over the top. So when that freezes now, that's going to look amazing. It's going to look fantastic. So I'm going to drop these into the freezer for a few hours to go solid. And then once I'm solid, we'll get it out and we'll give it a damn good taste. So a few hours from now, we're going to be tucking in to my Reaper Cherryade ice cream. I cannot wait, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy the rest of this video. So thank you very much. Right, I have waited 3 hours for this stuff to freeze properly, and I cannot wait to get tucked in. You saw me have a little taste when it was like a soft scoop stage, but we put the cherries on, we put the extra Reaper Cherryade on top, so that's nice and solid now, and this is going to be amazing. So we're going to go for a massive spoon. It's probably still a bit too solid, to be fair, but we've got a nice big cherry and some homemade raspberry homemade oh dear, it's been a long day, guys. Homemade Reaper Cherryade ice cream. I got there in the end. Cheers. The ice cream is so smooth. Beautiful sweet cherry. And now you're just getting a little hum of heat from that Reaper. Oh, this stuff's amazing. Mr. Macchilli, Hugh Mackenzie, amazing product. If you want to make this ice cream, follow the steps in the video. Grab yourself a bottle of Bikers from Hell Reaper Cherryade. It's kicking in, but it's so good. Guys, I wish I could put this on the website and sell it, but I have no way of delivering it to you people, no way of getting it there in one bit. But I am going to enjoy every single spoonful of this. That's so good. These two little tubs, oh, my cherries fell out. These two little tubs are not going to last very long at all. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's sweet, and then it's got a beautiful hint of spice. I need to stop. I need to stop for one simple reason. I'm going to get fat. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. When you hit the notification bell, press all and you will get every single notification from me at Rob's Homemade. I hope you enjoyed the homemade Reaper Cherryade ice cream video. I'm probably going to make more ice cream videos, but I'll probably skip the whole section of making it and just go to where I add the different flavourings and syrups and stuff, and then the tasting. Otherwise, you're going to be watching the same thing over and over again, and we don't want that. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Peace! Yummy!